Data connection re-established.
Hey everybody, hope you had a great trading day. Today was definitely a pretty interesting reversal to say the least. A lot of people did not see this coming. So I'm obviously happy that we are seeing it, and I'm happy that it transpired. The question is, what do we do about it now? So we're going to jump right into it. Let me just go over the cues so we can talk about what happened today. So what you saw here, you saw the RSI pop back over 50. That's exactly what you're looking for. Here's your trend down. You flipped back over that, over the 8, which you have not been able to close over for weeks, back over the 21. And I just want to point something else out for those people that have been studying the Ichimoku cloud that I put a video out recently on. Your sell signal was negated today with the crossover the line. So to put this in perspective, the majority of sell signals that were out there were negated today. So whether this move lasts or doesn't last, that's what we have to work on. And with the volume you saw at the end of the day, it became very clear where the money is going to go. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow the money here. So subscribe to the channel, click notifications. The top 5 and 5 that we do daily, you need to know when it comes out. You do not want to be looking at this 2-3 weeks from now. It is a waste of your time. Well, it's not a waste of time, but it's just not going to hold as much value. Let's leave it at that. Let me not be that dramatic. So let's go into what's going on right now with Apple. See this 150, 158 level? So what we're saying, for those that know, we've been in this for positions already from the newsletter. Look, this is just about as clean of what you want to see as possible. You're looking for the highest relative strength. The easiest way to identify relative strength is go look at the underlying indexes that the stock is in and seeing if the stock is above it. Okay, it clearly is. Okay, it's clearly very clear what the leaders are today with the buying that came in. All you're looking for here is the trade. And when you flip these levels, you can go parabolic. I wouldn't be surprised now to see the buying continue and continue to see people stepping in. I think that we're going to see that. So all we're looking for in this is to get involved at 171.58, and you can probably see this thing start pushing towards 180 before the end of the year is what I'm thinking. Very simple trade. Acted excellent today. Had some decent news after hours tonight too. We'll have to see how that plays out. So I just want to touch base on this. Again, we're going where the money's going. Lam Research, okay? So you came out with earnings, and then it was just kind of a blah. And then you just kind of started trading up. But this support level held. And let's take a look at this so we can understand. This support level starts all the way back from January. So we're breaking out of a year base. And we have this saying, first mouse gets the trap, second mouse gets the cheese, okay? So what you're seeing here is you're seeing somewhat of a real junky kind of cup with a really bad wedge. I would refer to it as you have an enormous one-year base that you just broke out of and closed at an all-time high when the NASDAQ, SOX, and S&P are not at an all-time high. Therefore, we have high relative strength. 709.56. I almost said 109. It's been a long trading day. 709.56. So that's really what we're looking for. Get above that, and I would expect this to push. This could be a long-term position for people. Let's get rid of this and shrink it down. Let me just pull this down. This is your upper channel right here. Okay, I mean, this could get into 850, 900 very, very easily. This is a huge, huge base. And I think this has potential. Semiconductor equipment manufacturers have been lagging semiconductors all year long. They usually rotate in cycles. And I think that we're starting to see signs of that. Speaking of semiconductors, NVIDIA. So this is one before we closed out with a 93-point gain on one portion and $75 gain on the other portion. Look, this is about as clean as you can get. You went right to the wedge line and you're sitting right on it, okay? 324.48. It really doesn't get any cleaner than this. This reversal was huge. Getting over the previous Friday's meltdown is absolutely huge. So that's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on relative strength and what's going on. The fact that we didn't test any of this, and there's no data that's going to come out today that's going to convince me that this just wasn't, people that wanted to buy stocks. Nothing changed with the variant or geopolitical tensions today. This was people wanting to own stock. and we saw which names they wanted to own, and we certainly saw it at the end of the day, didn't we? The good thing about market on close orders is you get to see what people really want to buy. And let me just show you how to do this very quickly. 350 is last call for market on close orders. Look how they knock you down. And then what did they do by the end of the day? Ran you up. So if there's a stock that's a leader that you're interested in, always look at from 350 to 4 o'clock, and you can see what the big boys are doing. And guess what they're doing? They are buying NVIDIA. They are buying Lam Research. They are buying Apple. See a theme? Hopefully you see a theme. So TQQ, if the Qs are out of a sell break, that means that the Christmas rally could continue. In order for us to participate in that, you're going to have to get in early because this is going to lead to some pretty significant FOMO. And that's what we're going to have to watch here, because I expect to see a lot of people realize that they are once again got the flim-flam pulled on them, and then we reverse and head up. 168.28 is what you're looking for. Get over 168.28. Based upon today's action, barring a new variant or some other event that's going to happen in the next 3 weeks, which I don't think we're going to see now, I think you're going to get back to the 183.36 at least before the end of the year. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but what I'm seeing and the strength is pretty significant. Now, the last one is a little different. If you can share this video with people, I want to get in front of more people. This is a really trying time. I'm trying to educate as many people as possible. I purposely don't run ads in the middle of it. I look at it as a value exchange. If you get value out of this, please share it. If you don't get value out of it, don't share it. And please comment. Your comments are why I did the Ichimoku Cloud, which seems to be like a really big video that people are getting. And I didn't want to do it at first because it's a very difficult but effective tool. UPST, okay? So 198 is your trigger. But let's talk about this for a moment. Okay? Why now? Why this one when it's so beaten down? Well, I'm glad you asked. So here's why. See this 8-day moving average? Very simple 8-day trade. Okay, I'm going to show you something too. I did a video on this. I should probably clean it up a little bit. Eventually, these two are going to wind up going. This is the 5. This is the 8. Okay, see how the 5 couldn't close above that either? What'd you do today? Closed above the 5 and the 8. I use simple moving averages. Other people use EMAs. Use what works for you. Bottom line is you have not closed above the 5 or the 8 since this onslaught up here when it was $335 began. So if you shorted off the 8 and you used closing as the 8 as your reason for getting back in it, today's your day. And you saw that buying come in. 198, and I think you can easily get up to here, the 224 level. And you can see where that level leads you. As always, it's really important for you to understand how to draw these trend lines. Learn how to draw trend lines, take a look at this Ichimoku Cloud video, and focus on your candlestick patterns. This stuff is really important and can be a game changer for you. That's it, everybody. Have a great evening and trade sharp tomorrow.